The Gateway Arch looming over downtown St. Louis. The Mets take on the Cardinals. Next. With the Gateway Arch welcoming us in the background, a look at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals. With that, we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Matt Vasgersian here with you. Alongside me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a moment to look at our 2 starters here tonight.
Yeah, and you've got a couple of guys here that aren't afraid to challenge you at the plate. They're not afraid to let you put the ball in play and let their fielders make the plays behind them. That should make for a pretty good matchup.
We'll hear more from the guys as the night moves along, but first, let's have a look at the starting lineup for the visiting New York Mets as Terry Collins sets his guys up like this. And look there at the starting pitcher charged with facing these guys as his numbers are on your screen. And the Cardinals behind him will look like this defensively. Daniel Murphy makes his way to the plate now as we're just about set for baseball this evening. Swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts. And you talk about getting a pitcher's call. There's one there, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't gonna help.
Now a swing and an easy ground ball to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. And as we get rolling this evening, time to stack these 2 teams up side by side and run the numbers as you see our comparison graphic on your screen. Gary Cox will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game in which the team could muster all of 1 run. Fastball in there for a called strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Now the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Now this ball is also swung on and also hit on the ground to first. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Michael Lee will stride in now as he'll enter play as the second leading hitter in the entire National League. First pitch coming. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
1-1 pitch on the way. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
If he doesn't get that call going forward, this is going to be a long night.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Just getting started here in St. Louis. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, that's an opportunity wasted on the mound there. Well, a hitter's got to be defensive on 2-2, but that was so far outside, he didn't even have to worry about chasing.
And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Number 3 will stand in, and he enters play with the 6th highest home run total in the National League. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. And he looks at a slider in there. 1-1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
A little bit outside. 2-1. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Yeah, looked like he guessed right on 2-1. That was a good time to swing for the fences.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. One thing you can say with certainty, he's really tried to take some ownage on that inside part of the plate.
It's something that you need to learn as a young pitcher. You've got to have that willingness to work inside, or guys at this level will just lean out over the plate and eat you up.
Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he misses again, ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
That's the 2nd walk he's allowed here in the 1st inning, and I have a feeling if you ask his manager, he's going to say that that's way too many already. You can't go giving away base runners or you're going to find yourself in a big hole early on.
David Lee will stand in hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game. No lead to speak of at second. Here's the pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
I think you sit here and you start to wonder, is this guy going to find his command anytime soon? He's not just missing by a little. A lot of these pitches have been very easy takes for these hitters, including that pitch.
In there, 1-1.
They've got an opening here, so this is where you can really jump on a guy out there before he's settled in.
Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
And now what do you go with here on the 1-2 count? I got a feeling that this one won't be in the strike zone either.
And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. And this is swung on and missed as the 30th pitch of this inning finally does the trick. The side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. More ahead from St. Louis right after this. Now the starting lineup for the Cardinals looks like this. And there's a look at the starter this lineup will match up against as you take a look at his line on the right side of your screen. And in the field, we see the Mets will line up this way. Chad Harris will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Leading off for St. Louis, third baseman, Chad Harris.
And he'll start in with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
And they'll try to go away with this one, but it misses as well, and it's to 2-1 now. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And even just 4 pitches in, you need to find a strike here because you don't want to give him a free base runner to start the night.
Pitch on the way. Fouled back. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Swinging a liner back through the box. And that's a base hit, so the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first, and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
John Jay will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. And this ball's pulled on the ground down the line to first. To second for one, but they won't get two as he beats the relay to first.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Nick Savage will dig in. Currently fifth in the National League in batting to begin play.
Okay, Nick. Let's go, Cardinals.
And this ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. A dive, but he's back. And again a throw, and he'll dive back in safely. Jay not moving. Here comes the pitch. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Number 30 is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
As far as rookie pitchers are concerned, he looks pretty poised out there. He doesn't have that deer in the headlights look that many guys have. He's just going about his business, and he gets the pop up there.
Mark McGuire will dig in for the first time here, looking to change his fortunes a bit as he's seen that average dip these last 4 or so games.
Let's go, St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis. Woohoo!
First pitch on the way. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
So far here in this first inning, he hasn't shown a real good command for the strike zone just yet, and this hit by pitch here is just going to make things worse.
Johnny Peralta will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. In there, and it's 0-1. Fastball hit on the ground is short. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Cards strand a couple. We've played an inning. No score. Number 30 will stand in now. Certainly a dangerous hitter as he ranks number 2 in the National League in home runs. Here's a changeup to start the second, but that misses. It's a ball and no strikes.
Let's go!
And that misses. 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Come on, Cardinals.
Now a broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
You know, you always worry about the pitcher in a situation like this because he's the closest one to the action. So, of course, he has the least amount of time to dodge anything that comes his way. but he concentrates well enough to get the baseball and throw the guy out at first.
Michael Kadire will get his first cuts here. And this ball swung on and hit on the ground. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Batting 8, catcher, Brian McCann.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that'll bring in the all-star catcher, Brian McCann. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
And this is bounced weakly down the line, a foul ball. And he'll just waste one there, 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And this is in the dirt as it swung on and missed, but this should be a pretty straightforward play to first. But the recovery throw will be in time to first. A good job that time of not giving up on the play, and the inning is over. Number 15 will start things off in the bottom of the second.
For St. Louis, right fielder, number 15.
And the first pitch here is below the knees, but he gets him to chase it, and it's 0-1.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
Cardinals! Come on, Cardinals!
There's the lefty's offering on 1-2. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. And there's your first out of the inning.
Oh, no.
Here's that swing again. This is in show motion.
Batting 7,
And
left
you'll
fielder,
see that's a few inches above the thumbs. You'll be feeling that one all night long.
Peter Borges will stand in. Couple of hits in that ball game last night. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Bottom of the second here with no score.
Come on.
Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
That's right. Wait for your pitch.
In there, 1-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider, and he starts it out over the middle of the plate. Now, the hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Ed Easley will get his first chance now, trying to get something started with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. Two out, nobody on.
Come on, let's get a hit. Here we go.
Hit hard. Foul. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
And now, as a hitter, 1-2, you've got to be thinking right center field. Take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
Here we go.
A swing and a ball hit back up the box. And this is knocked down on the mound. But the recovery throw will be in time to first. A good job that time of not giving up on the play, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. We'll move to the third with no score. Johan Santana will turn right around and get us started here. 9-1-2 to start inning number 3. Here's the first offering. And the third inning begins with a changeup that misses. It's a ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. 1-1 pitch is in the air now out to left field. 1 away here to begin the third.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Daniel Murphy.
Daniel Murphy will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game. First pitch coming. And it looks like that'll put him into the hit column here, as this is into left field, a base hit.
Well, if you stay out of the middle, you'll have a chance, but neither of these teams are going to miss a fat pitch down Broadway. And he just drives this into left for a base hit.
Gary Cox will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Turn 2.
Now the 1-0. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not in time as he steals second.
Boy, I think he's pretty lucky to get in there safely on this play. It's a decent jump, but I think a good throw might nail him down there. Instead, you see it's wide of the mark, off to the shortstop side of the base, and he's able to beat that tag to get in safely.
Let's go.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. For Murphy, he picks up stolen base number 9 on the year so far. From the stretch. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 18 for him on the campaign, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Well, this is a wake-up call for what it's like to pitch up here in the show. I mean, big league hitters, they spoil the good pitches and they crush the bad ones. He got every bit of this one.
Michael Lee will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time.
Michael Lee.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. That last home run estimated at 399 feet. Here's a bouncing ball now up the middle, and it's going to sneak its way into center field for a one-out base hit. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here, as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Number 3 will dig in. Drew a walk his first time around. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing, hard hit ball to second. A bare hand for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Number 65 makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Number 65.
Ball one.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Now a circle change, but he takes it low, ball 2.
I got to think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
Now the 2-0. And this pitch is hit rather sharply toward the third base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Now a ball lined to the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
And for a pitcher, he really squared that ball up pretty well. You can bet his manager would love to see more at-bats like this, but unfortunately, it didn't work out for either of them.
Chad Harris will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first. Now here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Good take there, and it's 2-1 now to the St. Louis third baseman. And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
John Jay will stand in. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike 2. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit. So they get a 2-out base runner here following the base hit, and that leads us to check out the league leaders in team batting average. And as of this moment, they're currently tied for second in that department. Nick Savage will dig in. He popped out in foul territory his first time. Oh, and he goes the other way with a fastball. He drives it out to deep right center field. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And they're on the board as now it's a 2-1 ball game.
Well, that's what he's done well all season. And that's swing the bat with runners in scoring position. He drives in another one here on the RBI double.
Mark McGuire will try it again, a bit sore this time. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Swing, and he pops him up. Behind the bag at second. Lee will put this one away, and the side is retired. Cards get 1 in the inning on the RBI double. We're through 3 here in the Gateway City, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. David Lee will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
David Lee.
Right there for strike 1.
Really?
And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2. And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw to first in time, one gone here in the fourth.
Yeah, and that's a good job here to get off the mound quickly, pounce on it, and then make a good, strong throw.
Number 30 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Here's the first offering. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And this ball will be chopped foul. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Here's a ball hit foul down the third base line, so they'll try it again. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. Now another 0-2. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. And he's turned an 0-2 count into a home run. A solo shot here to left. Number 25 for him on the year. And the Mets have taken a 3-1 lead.
One of the keys for him getting the victory in his last start, he did not allow a home run in that outing. But this is now 2 home runs he's served up here in the first few innings. You can bet there's a bit of concern over there in that dugout.
Michael Kadire will stand in. He grounded out his first time.
Michael Kadire.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Ball 2 to Kadire. 2 balls and no strikes.
Swing.
2-0 curveball here is over for a strike. Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. Number 15 is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The catcher, number 36, Brian McCann.
Brian McCann will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1. Here's a hard hit ball ripped down the first base line. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's now 3-1 Mets. Johnny Peralta will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
The shortstop,
Let's go, Cardinals.
Johnny Peralta.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. This is sharply hit back up the middle, and the leadoff man is going to reach here. He's got a base hit.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
Number 15 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now here's the first pitch. And that's dead center for strike one. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Look into McCann, the 1-1. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Peter Borges will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. One and one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
Ed Easley will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And now this is swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Cox is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Cards leave 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. Johan Santana will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Now a fastball that's swung on and lifted down the left field line. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Daniel Murphy will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. First pitch to him. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And it runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Now a check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Yeah, you could see he tried to hold back on the swing, but he'd already committed himself too far, and this becomes a waste of an at-bat and an easy ground out.
Gary Cox will try again after hitting that 2-run homer his last time around. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Good power curveball there, and he's in control. 0-2.
Well, he's really starting to hit his stride here in this 5th inning.
Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Popped him up. Over to the left, but playable over in foul ground. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. And it's still 3-1. Yadier Molina will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 4, Yadier Molina.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Molina swings and misses. He's in trouble now behind 0-2.
Boys, that's 99 right through him.
The 0-2 to Molina. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
And the fastball easy to lay off that time, 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. Now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman.
And we'll get a good look at the grip on this last circle change. You can see that your fingers actually make kind of an OK symbol on the side of the baseball, and that gives it that nice fading movement it has at the end.
Chad Harris will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
Let's win, Cardinals!
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Oh, he took a big swing that time as he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And he gets on top of this one and sends it on the ground to short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Yeah, just a little chopper right here, but with this guy's speed, there's nothing routine about this play. And he's able to get rid of it quickly to get his man.
John Jay will dig in. He singled and later scored his last time. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
Do it, Cardinals. Do it.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. Hard hit towards center. And Jay's on base. He's got a base hit.
Didn't have a whole lot of choice there on 2-0. You had to go after him. But when you leave that ball out over the plate, this can be the result. That's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
Nick Savage will stand in. He's 1 for 2 so far. Jay not moving. Here comes the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet. Not by a long shot.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing by much. Not getting too many favors behind the plate.
Now here's a ball hit high and deep out to left center field. And Kadire will make the catch, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cardinals. They still trail it here 3-1. Jordan Walden will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 53, Jordan Walden.
Michael Lee will dig in now as he'll lead things off for the Mets in their half of the 6th.
Michael Lee.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
Yeah, nice to get that call right out of the bullpen.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Do it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Let's go, Cardinals.
Out in front of the 2-1 as this is on the ground to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
This is always a tough play for a charging third baseman. Everything's got to go right, and you see the good transfer, then the sidearm fling off of the right foot, and he does a nice job of getting enough on that throw to make the play.
Number 3 will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on the way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both the lefty and a right-hander have stood up. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And this will kick off the fence now up against the Cardinal bullpen. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
Well, here you go one more time. This ball's going to split the defenders out there in right center, and he's thinking 3 pretty much right out of the gate. So he cruises around second and makes it up to third with a triple.
David Lee will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. And this one gets away. That could be a run. And he will beat the throw home. It's a 4-1 score now.
Well, never mind needing the sac fly to drive you in. That pitch is just nowhere close to the strike zone, so after the triple, he's able to come in and score on the wild pitch.
Here's the 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Pitches away, but it's swung on and grounded to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Good hustle getting down that line. Even on a routine ground ball, you can't take your time. You know, pat your glove, autograph it. Not with this guy running. You've got to get rid of that ball pretty quickly, and they just do get him at first.
Number 30 will dig in. 1 for 2, including a home run thus far. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Have a nice flight home, man.
Fouled straight back. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
The 1-2. And this is going to be a foul ball. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. It's the Mets 4 and the Cardinals 1. Mark McGuire will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
Here you go, guys.
Now the first pitch. And that misses for ball one. For that man right there, just the one run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Another fastball. This one he gets by him. It's 1-1.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. But they just look lost up there.
Swing and a bouncer out in front. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. So 1 away in the inning, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Johnny Peralta.
Number 27, Johnny Peralta.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Come on, guys, let's go. All right, Peralta, let's go. Let's go, Peralta. Here we go.
Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Let's do it, Cardinals.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
All right, Cardinals, let's go, St. Louis.
Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. And this will be handled by Kadire, and that's out number 2. So he's just a third of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. Number 15 will dig in for the third time now. He started the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Go, Cardinals, go. Here we go.
And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They trail it 4-1. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Francisco Liriano is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Francisco Liriano.
Michael Kadire will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Michael Kadire.
On the ground is short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
So 1 away now for Brian McCann.
Get ready for the game.
fastball too high to start him out here 1-0. And, oh, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
The 2-2. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And the underhanded throw gets him for the out.
And I kind of think even in a normal defensive alignment, he probably makes this play. But here you can see him playing close to the line because he's got backup in the form of his second baseman. And it winds up a fairly routine ground out to first.
Johan Santana will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. In there for strike 1, 0-1. And a changeup that time that's lifted in the air out toward left. And Borges will make the catch to retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Peter Borges will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Now the first pitch. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Settling under it now is Kadire, and he puts it away no problem for the first out.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Ed Easley will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Still sticking with the fastball, but this time he lays off. It's 1-2. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. Cox is there as he had to travel a ways, but he makes the catch deep in the alley for the second out.
Well, there's a look at his pitches by inning, and as you can see, he's hit 85 for the game now, so you have to think they're watching him pretty closely in that dugout.
Ichiro Suzuki will come on now as a pinch hitter, so that'll spell the end for Francisco Liriano. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one.
Good eye.
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
1 run, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Grounded to third. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Down in order go the Cardinals. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Matt Belisle will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Matt Belisle.
Daniel Murphy will get us going now in the top half of the 8th.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Up high, 2-1 now. That's toward the gap in right center, and he may get himself extra bases here to start the inning. Around second, he'll try for third. And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
Boy, he had one thing on his mind right here. Once the ball left the bat, he just put his head down and said, I'm not stopping until I get over to third base. And sure enough, he's in there with a leadoff triple.
Gary Cox will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on.
Let's get him down right here. Don't let him score.
And this is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. And this will be fouled away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Oof. That high fastball is definitely a pitch guys will pop up, and that's what he's looking for on the mound. So that's good restraint to hold back and not swing.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Comes set, now the pitch. Fastball, strike three called on the outside corner, and a pretty generous corner at that, as that's the first down of the inning.
Well, I think he's upset here because that pitch has not been a strike all night. You'll see here on show track, it's still not a strike. He's got a definite gripe. I'd want to have a word or two myself.
Michael Lee will dig in, 1 for 2 to this point in the ball game. Hit sharply, but caught down there at third. And he'll then put the tag on the runner, and this is a double play. One hit in the inning, but that gets erased. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Mets lead it 4-1. Chad Harris will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
First pitch coming. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 2-0. 3-0 now.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. He probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. Lee is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Yeah, doesn't look like much has changed here to start this inning either. That's 8 in a row now he's set down.
John Jay will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
Look into McCann, the 1-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
The 3-1 coming. And he misses, ball 4.
And now into his 8th inning of work. You can bet that he's starting to wear down out there a little bit. This might not be a bad time for a visit from his catcher just to see what's going on out there.
Nick Savage will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
What was that?
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
That last pitch puts him at 100, so that probably makes this his last inning, even if he makes it all the way through.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
Eighth inning, 4-1 is our score.
Second base.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2. Jay not moving. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
You know, when you're facing a guy that throws his fastball in the high 90s, you know you're going to have to cheat a little bit. You got to get things started a little bit earlier than normal. And what happens then, guy throws you something off speed, you're way more susceptible to chasing balls out of the zone, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Mark McGuire will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. And from that man's perch in the first base dugout, more of the same.
You know, I think the calls have gone both ways, but I bet you'd have a really hard time convincing him of that.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Good changeup right there, down in the strike zone. Definitely the one they wanted to strike him out on, so that's a great job to lay off.
All right, let's go.
And this is high for a ball, so from 0-2, he's worked it back to 2-2 now. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3.
And now the benefit of you working the count to 3-2 is that runner gets a head start from first with 2 away.
Come on. Base hit now.
And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. A runner on first with 2 away. A payoff pitch one more time. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
And there you get a look at his pitch count. You can see he's over the 100 pitch mark right now. So some of those mistakes are going to start to get magnified late in this ball game. You can bet they're keeping close tabs on him in that dugout.
Well, now here comes the Mets manager, Terry Collins, on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Josh Edgen will trot in from the bullpen as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 out.
Josh Edgen.
Johnny Peralta will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Let's go.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Runners left in scoring position, one of the big keys to this ball game so far. Slider, and this is hit on the ground out to short. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cards strand a couple. They trail it 4-1. Number 3 will be the batter. 1 for 2, including a triple thus far.
Third baseman, number 3.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. One-0. Swinging a hard hit ball towards the hole, and that is into left field, so the leadoff man's aboard to kick off the 9th.
One pitch at a time.
The batter, shortstop,
David Lee will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one, usually a major force in their offense.
First pitch is a breaking ball taken down and away for ball 1. And this is swung on and sent on the ground to first. And he'll have himself a base hit.
And the rich keep getting richer. 2 straight hits to start the inning, and now they can really look to salt this one away.
Randy Choate will come on now in an awfully tough spot as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Number 30 will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Peralta for 1. On to first, and how about that? He comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play ball with 1 pitch.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. You know, nothing gets you off the hook after back-to-back singles quite like a double play ball to that third guy.
Michael Kadire will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Men on third with 2 down. Runner away from third, now the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Yeah, you know you don't want to give him any kind of cheapie here with 2 away. That's a nice block behind the plate.
Right here.
Shut him down right here.
Shallow center. Jay is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Mets leave 1, but they lead it 4-1. And now here comes Mets skipper Terry Collins out to home plate, and it looks like we'll see a double switch here. Paul Lee is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 15, Paul. Now playing left field and batting in the 9th spot, number 12, Juan.
Number 15 will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far.
Leading off in the bottom of the 9th, right fielder, number 15.
Now a knuckleball, and it's looked at for strike one. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit.
And when you face a knuckleballer, there's this little voice in the back of your head that says, wait, wait, wait. Apparently, he listened to that voice there. That's well done.
Peter Borges will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. And he swings and hits this ball high in the air and deep to left center field. Cox is in retreat as he pulls it in for the first out.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. He's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get it on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
Ed Easley will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. Good changeup, and it's 0-2.
Oh, no way.
Big swing and a miss at the knuckler, and now there are two gone.
As you can see right here, his timing just seems to be off a little bit at the plate right now. And you know what? That can happen during the course of the season. You're not always going to have your good swing. And he's the kind of guy that's got a lot of moving parts in that swing. So maybe he's at the point now in the season where he might need just a little time off so he can get back to the basics.
Matt Adams will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Matt Adams.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats, foul. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a real good performance, as you'll see in his final line. He gave him 7 2/3 good innings, and he was definitely the difference in this one.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top, 4-1. Good night from St. Louis.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For St. Louis, 1 run on 6 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 53 minutes.